Welcome to the Americana Bistro Grill. I am your host, Roberto Alvarez-Galloso, serving you the best in Americana music. And of all the people that I've interviewed, it is a pleasure and an honor having in our program one of the divas of music from Minnesota and the Midwest. Later on, we'll be revealing who are the other divas, but we have none other than Amanda B. Perry, one of the divas of Minnesota music. For me, it's a pleasure and an honor having you.
Oh my goodness, what an intro. Thank you so much. It's wonderful to be here. I'm very honored that you asked me to join you this evening. So thank you.
For me, it's a pleasure and an honor. The reason why we have invited you is two reasons. Number one, your music is getting big raves around the world. Right now, as I'm speaking to you a few minutes ago, one of the greatest actresses and singers of Spain, Ana Jimenez, star of radio, TV, soap operas, and the occasional sports interview in our Spanish programs, she has said Amanda B. Perry is a musical genius from Minnesota.
Wow. That blows me away. I am like blushing. That's so nice to hear.
And she says the truth because I have heard your albums, My Time and By Special Request. And you are the diva. Your music is really great.
Thank you.
That's the first reason. The second reason is that despite my name, Roberto Alvarez-Galloso, I was born in Ohio, making me a Midwesterner, which means I want to help my fellow Midwesterners gain a lot of traction around the world.
Yes, share it. I love it.
Especially when I also have Spanish culture. My family was from Cuba and Spain, but that's another issue. We want to know about how did you get started? What are you doing now? And what is the future?
Oh my goodness. Okay. All right, 3 questions. Here we go.
Three and one.
Start. Number 1, I started in the basement of my childhood home in a suburb of the Twin Cities, and I played with my brothers on the piano. They would sing and write, and I would sing and play, you know, the C chord over and over again, and we would just make up songs and play songs that we heard on the radio. After that, it started just roller coastering, just school, and then you know, a little bit of college theater and music, and just I kept writing throughout all those years. And I never really went out and did my own stuff other than just for like friends, parties or weddings. And then I took a little break in between, had a family, and then I came out the other side and came right back into music and started, you know, performing little venues here and there. And then in like 2017 or 18, I started putting out little live streams and going to little open mics to share my music. And yeah, and then that's how it all kind of started beginning. And then I just decided it was time to create an album with all the music that I had written, and becoming part of the Songwriters Challenge group, which I know you've heard of.
We've heard of it, I've seen it a lot.
Yeah. Becoming part of that in, I believe, 2019, then that really like struck a chord to like create my own album and share that with the world. So that was like the past of where it was. What was the second question? What I'm doing?
No, we're doing this is the first one is actually 3 questions in one. You told us about the past.
Yep.
Now we want to know about the present, and of course we need the future.
Okay, I thought that's what it was. Had to double check. The present, I have released 2 albums, and so now I'm just trying to get out and perform as many places that'll have me, whether it just be me solo or get my wonderful band out and join me. That's what I'm working on right now. My goal would be to put out possibly a little holiday EP within the next year or 2. I do have my own holiday music. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now, just working on booking shows for the year and writing. We just started a new season in the Songwriters Challenge group. So it's like it's a game on. So now we're just like, we get a prompt and we write. And so that's where these songs kind of get their baby start from. And then I sit and work on them and grow them. And so there's a lot of writing in the winter for sure for me. And so presently I'm doing a lot of writing and booking as many shows as I can for 24.
Great. When you have your holiday EP,
Yeah.
please remind me because
Okay.
I will have the holiday EP.
Okay. Yes. Okay. I absolutely will.
I will be
100%.
having the holiday EP. It will probably be including you in our Christmas program. We do have a Christmas program every year.
That'd be amazing. I'd love that.
You recorded 2 CDs.
I did.
One is
Yes.
My Time and the other by special request,
Mm-hmm.
which, let us say here personally, it has taken me close to heaven.
Oh,
And
my goodness.
internationally, besides taking me close to heaven, it has also received many rave reviews, not only in Spain, but in other countries of Europe. And South America too. There's South
Yeah.
America, you have an audience in South America, Central America,
Wow.
and in Spain. And also you have some in Asia.
Wow. Yes. That is amazing. When I see those little pop-ups of where people are listening, I'm like, oh man, that's awesome. What do you think of it? What do you think of that song? It's so cool.
Well, actually, not only have you done it yourself, but we've also promoted in Asia because we have a lot of public in Asia as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Amazing.
I was in China during the Olympics in 2008. And
Wow.
I've never, yeah, I was a reporter there. And it was during that time that I've been promoting all of the artists from the Midwest and from the United States. And
Okay.
your name keeps popping up in China, in South Korea, and in Japan, along with Europe. And another place where it has appeared, your music, Cuba.
Oh, okay. Well,
Well,
that's
and a
great.
family in Cuba who loves American music.
Yes. Oh, and you shared it. I thank you so much.
I not only shared it, but one of my relatives was here in Orlando. Actually, he kept himself going with not only the Americana music that I've sent him, but
Yeah.
also especially your music and other Minnesota divas.
Wow, that's
And
exciting.
also some of the other Minnesota artists like Doyle Turner and Ted Hayashevitz.
I love them. I love Ted and Doyle. They are my friends.
So, what inspired you to do My Time and by special request?
Well, so I had by special request, it was like that was my first time recording an album of just my music. I've been in the studio for other reasons for other people many years back, but for my own, it was back in 2020, and I thought I had a lot of my people who listened and friends who listened who were like, you need to make an album, and they kind of boosted me in the right direction, and they combined their efforts and finances and helped me then take it to Creation Audio in Minneapolis. And I worked with Miles Hansen, and he and I put together kind of a very acoustic album. It's a lot of just me and the piano. And there's just a couple songs on there that have, multiple instruments. But it's definitely, it was just an amazing start to releasing my music for the world. And that was like my first time putting music out like on the internet for people to hear. And then 2 years later came my time. And that was just like, I was ready. I had it was like bubbling energy of how amazing it was to release my first album. And so I had all these next set of songs that just needed to be put on an album and shared with the world. And so I went and met Eric Blomquist at River Rock Studios in Minneapolis. And between him and all these amazing musicians that decided to say, yes, I'll jump on board again, and new musicians that I had met, we put together another album of that just kind of took it up a notch, more instruments, more ideas, different production levels, just a kind of a different feel, kind of all together. And again, kind of telling a story throughout. And yeah, both, that's how those two came along. And that was in 22. And with my release in 2020, because of the pandemic, I was not able to have a release party. So I did one online. But in 2022, of course, we were able to get out. And so that was like my first big release show. And that was huge. Like that to me was like, oh my gosh, it was magical. So to be able to then say, here's my album and here's a couple songs from it and we can all celebrate, like that's how those albums kind of like came to be. And now I'm just trying to get as many people to hear them as possible.
Yeah. Yeah, during the pandemic, we're also on the air in the pandemic. That's when I started converting from Instagram to Zoom gradually, and I'm doing StreamYard. But that's another issue. Your music did shoot up a lot. What I mean, shot up. It increased in the amount of people who listen to your music.
Yes.
Around the world.
Yes.
Especially the countries that I have mentioned.
Yes. Yeah.
To have audience from China, Korea, South Korea, Japan, and even Cuba.
Yes, amazing. It's wild. It's music you can share in any space, in any language, and because it's just there's so much emotion to it. And I put a lot of emotion, as you know, into my songs.
I know. That leads me to the video, one of your videos that I saw.
Yes.
Very, very beautiful, very impressive.
Oh, good. Change. Yeah, that's my like only professional music video that I've done. And what so cool. I guess it's my second. I did one for My Time, but it was before the album. So yes, Change was so cool. It was like we had this idea to be just very dramatic, just in your face, you know, being the antagonist, like I know I've done wrong, I want to make up for it, I know I'm probably not going to, but just so much in your face emotion of that song kind of I feel like came through in the video. And then it was great to have, you know, members of the band for that song there too, to kind of share in the drama.
Your video of Change, let me see if I could paraphrase a little bit more.
All right.
The video Change sort of like reminded me of a soap opera that is sung.
Yes.
Because the intensity that you put, it was a soap opera that was sung.
Yes, absolutely. I think you nailed it.
This is the first time this is the first time in my career as a journalist, and also in the first time that I have in my career hosting the AG News show, which is another show, the Americana Bistro Grill, plus my Spanish shows, that I heard a soap opera that was sung.
Yes. Yeah.
And you're the first one who actually invented it.
Oh, well, thank you. I don't know about that, but I will tell you, you're right on about that. Like, I feel like most of my songs, Change is definitely one of them that takes you on that dramatic exchange, that back and forth of like human emotion and forgiveness and love and, you know, all different parts. So yeah, that video, I would agree. It's a little bit of a soap opera. That song is a little bit of a soap opera itself.
Yeah, others tried it. Others have attempted to do soap operas and music, but no one has ever done it like Amanda B. Perry.
Okay, well, I'll take it.
You're the first one you're the pioneer of it.
Okay.
Of course, Minnesota has a lot of pioneers in music.
Oh, yes, 100%.
One of them is Bob Dylan.
Yep.
But you, along with other divas and other artists, are putting Minnesota on the map. And this is one reason you with this, you'll put it on the world map.
Oh, well, I hope so. That's like a dream come true.
The Spanish soap opera actress Ana Jimenez saw the opera.
That's so exciting.
And she said, this is the first time I have seen a soap opera sung.
That's really cool. I'm honored to hear that. That's really exciting. That's definitely how I feel about my music. I know that it tends to be a little on the verge of dramatic, on the verge of a little soap opera-esque quality to it with a lot of the storylines. It's so funny, like people will say to me like, oh wow, like did that happen? Like what's happening in your life? But it's just like, it's just all very dramatic storytelling. And yeah, I agree about the soap opera effect of it.
No, let's put it in this perspective.
Mhm.
You started it. You're the first one who has done soap opera in song.
Okay.
No one else
Thank you.
has, others have tried, but Amanda B. Perry with Change did it. In fact, there was one listener I had from, who was it? What other country was it? Greece. I think it was Greece, if
Okay.
I'm mistaken. She said that there was a little bit of Cher in Change with the
Yeah.
voice.
I have heard, I have been vocally, people hear a little Cher in my voice, the fuller, deeper parts of my voice. I'll hear people say, oh, I hear a little Cher in there, which huge compliment. I will take it.
Which is a big difference. Cher is one of the greatest artists.
Oh, yes.
Nobody will ever take that away from her.
No.
We in the Americana Bistro Grill declare you the Cher of the 21st century.
I'm going to put that on a plaque for myself.
So, where can we find all of the music of Amanda B. Perry?
Well, you can absolutely stream it wherever you find your streaming. And then you can also get your albums, like your in-hand albums, where you can see the lyrics and photos and, an actual hard copy. You can get that from my website, which is amandabperrymusic.com. You can go online and order it from my Bandcamp page. Lots of ways to find it. It's pretty easy to find once you just kind of look for it. And then otherwise, of course, so many people stream nowadays, and you can find my stuff anywhere you stream it.
Yeah. I stream. I also get CDs. I also get vinyl.
Yes, which we love. I think it makes a difference to have a hard copy and to be able to look at the artwork and to appreciate all that's been put into that. That's huge. And I also get the ease of the streaming. So there's kind of benefits to both.
Yeah, I use the streaming for the car.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I use the CDs for home.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Because the last time I used the CD, I already told Ted and Doyle Turner about my CD incident.
Oh.
Yeah, I had one CD. Thank God it was a copy, not an original. It was a copy of something that I myself recorded a long time ago, but it was not CD. It was one of the things that I recorded a long time ago.
Okay.
Copy, and the car sort of like swallowed the CD. It didn't spit it out.
Oh no. Oh no.
So I said, no, I'm gonna stick with the Spotify and the streaming for the car, and the CDs. I will keep the CDs and the vinyl. Stay at home.
That's smart. That's a good idea.
That's the first incident. The second incident, I'm gonna be crucified with this, but I already told it to Ted and to Doyle. I'm gonna tell you.
Okay.
There was an artist that I interviewed, and this artist, she was a Christian artist, very great person. I'm not saying this because she's Christian, because it was the CD.
Sure, part of the story.
I usually drive in the Florida Turnpike, one of the main highways here, and also Cordovan, which is another main highway, and other main highways. And I put in her CD. That was an original. That one I sort of like, I pulled my hair. I put in the CD, then the CD player swallowed the CD and then spit it out, and I was unable to retrieve it.
Oh no. Oh gosh, it just makes you cringe hearing that. Oh no.
I was like, no. Spotify in the car, CDs at home. Because that was one of my favorite CDs, and she had said, "Oh, I don't have any more prints."
Yeah. Oh gosh. Oh, that's heartbreaking.
So
yeah, I do CDs at home. I do kind of CDs at home to make an experience out of it, kind of like a record player too. And then in the car, I'll do a lot of the streaming. Mhm.
But I do want to recommend to my listeners, Amanda
Okay.
B. Perry. Visit her in her digital medias, including Spotify, Bandcamp. She has a really great YouTube channel. Please put in the like, subscribe. It's artists like her that makes the world go round.
Thank
And
you
please
so
buy her
much.
CDs, listen to her and stream, along with the other divas of Minnesota. The other divas of Minnesota that I'm going to be mentioning. One of them is Amanda B. Perry. Another one, Katie Tessman, is another diva of Minnesota.
Absolutely. Yes.
Sarah Morris is another diva.
Yes.
You can tell them the next time you see them in Toilet Tunes or personally.
Okay.
Another example of the divas that I'm mentioning, Megan Lacey of Megan and the Birdwatcher.
Oh, absolutely. Mhm.
These are other divas that I'm mentioning of Minnesota. These are the 4 divas. I recommend their music.
Wow. I'm honored to be a part of that group. So thank you.
And the other institutions that I do recommend for Minnesota, of course, Doyle Turner,
Mhm.
Stephen Turner, his brother,
Yeah.
Shevitz,
Yeah. Yes, Ted.
and those 3, and Eli Gardner.
Yes.
Gardner, you hear him, you're hearing the realities of life.
Yes. Oh, 100%. Those guys are all amazing. Oh, I know them all.
And in addition, I think the other one, Matthew French, is another
Yeah.
one that I
Yes,
recommend.
absolutely.
I recommend him also. But
Mhm.
remember, visit also the
Me too.
divas that I already told you about. And at the same time, please also visit my website. I'm here on YouTube, Rumble. I go all over. I'm here. I'm on Rumble, BitChute, Brighteon, Gab. Those are the other platforms, but I take all the platforms.
I love it.
VK, I'm also on that platform. That way I could cover Russia. WordPress, that way I could also cover the rest of Europe that is not Russia, including the Ukraine. That also the Ukraine, you've been getting a lot of listeners in Ukraine too.
Oh, all right.
They love you.
Well, I'm happy to share.
And they love everyone else. So
Yes.
get from them, and also please subscribe to my YouTube channel and all the other channels that I mentioned. Give me a like. In addition to give me a like, please subscribe, and please support the independent artists. They need you. They need you a lot. And people like me who are broadcasting these artists, we also need the help.
Yeah.
In addition to donating to them, I'm also asking people and doing a challenge. No, not the other challenges that have been done. But there's a place in Duluth, Minnesota. I think if I'm not wrong. This
Yes.
is called please correct me, Amanda.
Okay.
It's called the Sacred Heart Music Chapel.
Yes. Yes. The Sacred Heart Music Center. Mm-hmm.
Sacred Heart Music Center.
Mm-hmm.
It is one of the few places where you could see the church take life also as a theater and a place of concert. These people who work at the Sacred Heart need your donations. They need your help. They need your support. Please visit their website. If they have a YouTube channel, subscribe to their YouTube channel. And also please donate. And also please donate to our Midwestern artists and also to the Midwest Country Music Organization. The more the merrier, because we have to support Americana music, especially also other forms of Midwest music, and also especially Minnesota, Wisconsin, Dakotas, and everyone. We have to support them, and also have to support the institutions that keep such music going, such as Sacred Heart. This is all that I want to be saying, and I want to wish everybody from the center of Florida to Minnesota the best. This is Roberto Alvarez-Galloso, wishing everybody around the world, and we need a lot of it. Number one, the challenge from Laura Marie, the Texas singer-songwriter, be love. We must be love. We have to be love and practice it all around the world. And also, peace in, peace out, and peace everywhere. Until the next time.